old, I just realized that there was just a call of God in my life. It's as simple as that. And heard the calling and walked down the aisle. And I didn't walk down the aisle because my friends did. It was pretty straight up and real for me. And that's where it all began. A little town in West Virginia, in America. And, raised by a great mom and dad who are still alive and my biggest fans. I guess I've had multiple conversions after that. I have one of those a year. You just get a better glimpse of who God is and the Father heart of God, especially. So that's the short story, but it's stuck, and I don't think it's ever going to go away. So it's the real deal. One of the very few times, and I hate that I even have to say this, but it was one of the very few times that I felt like the body of Christ was working on all cylinders, because we were so unified, and I long for that for the church. So, and I hope it sells millions of records, because every dime's going to go to the poor.
Do you think that, I'm Stephanie Engel from a radio station in Spain. Do you think that being a successful musician has influenced your outlook or perspective on poverty?
Well, it's allowed me to see it more up close. It's interesting when you're successful, you find yourself having a platform that you never even really dreamed of. And then when you have the opportunity to go into a slum, like the one outside of Nairobi, Kenya, it rocks your world. And if you're not impacted or affected by that, then God have mercy on you. For me, I have a soft heart, and it just broke my heart. Or whether it's the compassion projects I've seen everywhere. So, yeah, it sort of puts it all in perspective. And then I always talk about Isaiah 58. If you really want to know what resonates with the heart of God, just read Isaiah 58. We can sing worship songs till we're blue in the face, but if we're not feeding the poor, then we've totally missed it. Well, I'd say that as of last week, I started a world tour, and I feel called to the nations. And if this last week is any inclination about what's about to happen, then I'm in for quite a ride. Finland and we had one in Finland, two in Sweden, and they were just off the chart. And it's more than just a concert, really. It's an experience, and I feel like really not for the first time, but very, very aware that I'm going to these nations to impart something.
So where did you start? Where are you going to finish on this tour?
Well, I've been in America. I've been touring with Stephen Curtis Chapman. We did 2 legs of the United Tour, which is really, that's a whole other story. It was really awesome to be with him, especially obviously with what he's been through this past year. Real healing time for him. And then really the world tour started in Canada last week, and then 3 days later we were off to Europe. And so I'm here for 4 weeks actually.
Thank you.
And Martin and Tim begged me to come here. It didn't take much for me to come, and so I'm really glad to be here. I have to be careful that, gosh, this being in this place. Thanks for the weather, by the way. And this is spectacular, but when you talk about the poor, this is not real. So I guess we can live in fantasy land for a day, but what a place! It's great to be here. My favorite song I've ever written is a song called "All Is Well," which is on my first Christmas album. My favorite record I've ever done is a record called "Freedom." That is an all-instrumental record that I did with the Irish Film Orchestra. Probably the most personal and spiritual record that, in my opinion, that I've made. And I know that would take a lot of time to explain. It's life. It's just feeds my soul. Yeah, I don't know how I could do without it. You know, I've sort of got some aspirations brewing inside my head.
Hard on the road though, isn't it?
What's that?
It's hard on the road to get those together.
Yeah, it is a little bit, you know, but I've already started on it. And just at least started the writing process. I think it's more of a pop record, you know, but golly, I even hate to say that because you automatically sort of jump to a conclusion it's going to sound like Healing Rain or Live the Life or whatever. And, I think it's really going to be quite different, actually, and that's all I can say. So, just pray for some divine inspiration.
Go disco album.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. More on the floor. I'm loving Twitter. I thought I would never ever do it. I just thought this is not for me, but I've actually had quite fun doing it, and. You know, I think the fans and people love to sort of kind of really know what's going on in my life. And all my tech buddies, which I'm not, I mean, I'm technical to some degree, but compared to the tech gods, I know so very little, but they've taught me how to do it and without it being a whole lot of hassle for me. You know? So I try to sort of do that every day, especially when I'm on the road.
So your updates are from you, not from the team of people?
No, they're from me. Every one of them's from me. Yeah. Yeah, the picture of me in the house will go up sometime this evening. I'm in a fairy tale here in England, so yeah. But it is fun. It really has been good. And I'll see if I can keep it up.